Packing cubes are how we keep things organized in our bag. They make it easy to locate items that we need. They can help us with compression and space efficiency. They can help us reduce wrinkles in our clothes depending on how you have them folded. And when we get to our destination, it makes it super easy to just pull stuff out of our bag, throw it into the drawer, and we're done unpacking. There are so many packing cubes on the market. Most of them are, you can go to Amazon and just get anything cheap. You can just do it. I like things that are a little bit elevated. It's just nice when you have something that you like. So I'm gonna show you some of my favorite packing cubes here. We're gonna talk about visibility, durability, features like compression and stuff like that, maybe even hanging. And we're gonna talk about overall design. But first, this episode is brought to you by Lems, who just released their Switchback sandal. This is an adventure sandal with a contoured footbed designed to have one single piece of webbing around the entire thing. This is your one strap. They are incredibly comfy and easy to get in and out of, and there's just the right amount of cushion, especially when I'm walking on concrete. I really like them. But they are designed for the outdoors. They're an adventure sandal. Lems make some of my favorite shoes in the entire world. I love this little rip, and then it's off. And it's solidly on my foot. It's extremely comfortable. And they don't take up much space in the bag at all, but when I get there, I have a full featured adventure sandal. So I use really thin, lightweight sandals sometimes. These are if I'm going to Hawaii or if I'm going to Montana, and if it's warm and I'm gonna be hiking and doing anything like that, this is my preferred hiking sandal right now. And also if I'm just doing long walks, like I said, on the concrete. It's just the perfect kind of, I don't know. I like having my foot exposed. My kids don't like it. But hey man, this is my stage of life. I get to make the rules. Shout out to Lems for supporting the channel. Please do use the link in the description below. It lets them know where you came from. I'm a big fan of this sandal. Holler in the comments if you have any questions about it. Okay. Packing cubes. Now, this is the new kid on the block. This is Westbreeze, and kind of the inspiration for this video because they're doing something that I haven't seen from regular packing cubes before. First of all, you have an interesting way of designing your interior. It's not like this big zipper panel you can get into and just pull stuff out. I like this, actually. I like this look. I also like this design. This has a slightly piece of reinforced sort of structure behind it, a little bit of padding, two zippers that come down so you can zip it open if you want and totally stuff stuff in. On this one, you have two different pouches up underwear and socks, for example. And you also have compression, so this whole thing unzips and gives you another, 2 inches, maybe 2.5 inches of capacity. Pack more stuff in and then zip this up and crank it down, and you can fit more stuff in the same amount of space. That's one of the things that a lot of us like about compression cubes, but this is all, this isn't even the big thing. What is this like? What is this guy? And what are these dudes hanging down for? I'll show you. You put the little magnet things from the other one there, and now you've got a hanging wardrobe. Okay, can you see this? This can transform your life when you're on the road, especially when you're going from place to place to place. You've got a hook and a strap up here so you can attach this to anything. It's got a 360-degree swivel on it because on the back side here, you can hook another thing in here so you're swiveling between your stuff. This just goes in your closet, and then you open up your closet and you've got access to everything. That's why they designed it this way. This is their main guy, which has the hook stuff at the top, and it is 12 inches by about 11 inches. Very standard packing cube size. Inside of this guy, I have 2 pairs of pants. These are Western Rise Evolution pants. These are my favorite to pack when I travel because I love the pant themselves, but they also take up very little space in the bag. This compared to a jean or something, this is half the space of a jean. 2 pants, 1, 2, 3 t-shirts, just kind of loosely rolled. In these, I like to roll because then I have the visibility. Now, their secondary packing cubes is the same size in here. I've got way more space, but I just threw in 1, 2, 3, 4 t-shirts on the bottom loosely put together, a couple thrown on top. I could easily put 4 more there. How you fold stuff into a packing cube matters a lot. Typically, I end up not rolling. I would do that on this because then I have the ability to get my stuff in and out. I just don't like to roll. It's like an extra step. I do the Marie Kondo method where my stuff kind of stands up. And that's not ideal for packing in these, but what is ideal about packing with these, if this is your mode, where you get to where you're going and this just hangs in the closet and then you're done. You're done unpacking. Every time you get used to using it, you know where everything is. Maybe you connect their dirty clothes bag here on the back of that one. So now you've got everything in one spot in your hotel or Airbnb. Flip around, you got your dirty clothes. When your mind isn't spread around different places in the hotel room or the Airbnb and you're going from place to place to place, maybe on like a multi-jog journey, this kind of coherence and stability in your process daily can make a big difference. When it's time to pack up, you're just zipping things that are all in the same location. It's just a grab and go kind of throw this stuff right into your bag. Here's the Matador Globe Rider 35, a really excellent travel backpack. I will link to that below. I always put my heaviest packing cube at the bottom. These fit perfectly just like this. Throw in my extra pair of shoes in my Dopp kit and I'm good to go. Here is the packed 45-liter travel backpack, which splits into two. This is the bag that actually got me to stop using packing cubes because I just throw clothes in this side, shoes and tech items in this side, and then I just slide this under the bed or the couch in the hotel or the Airbnb, and I've got access to both sides of my things. But if I need extra compression, I have used packing cubes with this thing before, and it works in one side of that perfectly, like so. The other side I can put whatever I need to in there. I'll link to both those travel backpacks below, the Matador and the Packed. If you're looking for a travel bag, look no further. That's sort of an obsession of mine. Westbreeze is a great option for packing cubes. They have a few different versions out there. Right now, it's only on Kickstarter. I've been in touch with the founder, this great Italian dude, and he's passionate about this. Nice ripstop nylon. The durability and the features, YKK zips, all feel good. The magnetic clips. And like I said, that design on the inside is very unique. Obviously, nothing out there that I know of is doing this hanging wardrobe feature. Okay, the other crowd favorite is Peak Design. We've got many here to look through. This is the packing cube I have used the most. Look at this, like there's nothing to it. It's floppy doppy. That's because it has super lightweight material. One of the things is like the lightweightness. You don't want to add more heaviness to your bag if you don't have to. These are very light. Roughly the same, 12 inches by 12 inches square. You do have these cool Hypalon pulls where you're meant to be able to just grip it and rip it. One of the shortcomings of that is when you close it, you have to close two different zippers. I mean, most packing cubes are just one zipper all the way around. Like I said, you can go super cheap Amazon and you're gonna be fine. If that's your modality, just go for the cheapest, like best rated thing on Amazon. But you're not gonna get this gorgeous little stretch mesh with a little pull tab for the zipper and then paracord zip pull. That goes all the way around, so smooth, right? And this interesting material with these little handles. It comes in two sizes. They also have this material available, which feels very different. Super lightweight, almost feels, I don't know, it feels, I'm torn between these two. I've always just used this, but this actually feels really good. The other thing both of these have is a dirty clothes compartment built into it. The more you put in the dirty clothes, the less space there is on the clean clothes. So as things move from clean clothes into dirty clothes, you're segmenting your gear. And then they make this ultra thin, durable little shoe compartment. Perfect thing to just throw your shoes in. Keep the dirt off of everything in your bag. It doesn't add any weight. Foldovers. These two are from Gravel. This is Eagle Creek. These Gravel ones, very simple, okay? This is the small guy. You put in your little folded shirts here, and then you go over them like this. Compression built in, super minimal, thin. I've used these a lot. Tech works exactly the same on the bigger guy. These, surprisingly, are very elegant. They're very intelligent, I guess. They work perfectly. You don't have any of this shoving in or whatever. You just have your pile of clothes that you just put right into them, folded, and then I will link to those below along with everything else in this video. This thing is ancient. This is the Eagle Creek packet system from back when I used to wear collared shirts all the time. You put in your collared shirt, down, lying it flat. You put this over it, and then you fold it in these ways. The same style of fold over and compress as you go, and then you've got one big chunk in your bag. If you wear a lot of those dress shirts, this could be a good way to do it. I personally go with these because it's mostly folded t-shirts. I'll do that kind of fold on my button-up shirts just at the bottom of the bag, or I'm getting shirts that are made with a material that's really wrinkle resistant. But I don't have I'm not like a road warrior like you maybe, where I'm going business meeting. Let's talk about some unique ones. We've got Bellroy, Matador, and Evergoods. Bellroy, split down the middle, lots of capacity, but you're limited by your access to this because you just got this slit down the middle. The good thing about this is the material feels great. It's durable. It's kind of, I don't know, it's sort of chunky and wrinkly. It feels like a really good material. But I'm not crazy about packing into this because it's just a slit. I like to have it more open. On their smaller cubes, they have one that's smaller than this. This is designed, and they even built in a little reinforcement of material here, so you can just flip that back, and it's meant to stand up like this, depending on how you have your things folded in here, your shirts or your underwears. But I do love the materials. Another material set that I love is this Matador stuff, okay? They have many sizes of this. Another split down the middle, but it's much deeper as a packing cube. You also have these incredible little handles that just feel and look so good. This is more of like this like looks like a cool thing. Because we have a doctor bag style opening, it goes further than the actual capacity of the bag itself. And then you have these straps to pull those tabs down and compress on both sides. You can really kind of grip it and rip it. So even though it has some extra material and it almost feels bulky, once it's packed out and then you're cinching it down, if you've really got it packed with stuff, it's actually saving you space. It's compressing that stuff. And then when you look into your bag and you see a few of these things, it just looks sick. They just look cool. As does this Evergoods one. This is material that is a little heavier. Like, it's not all that heavier, but you've got full-on lining with a pocket in here. This is a pretty lightweight material, but it still feels burly and Evergoodsy. I don't know if you're familiar with their bags, but they make great stuff that I actually love. This chunky, utilitarian, future-proof, rugged quality of their materials. Two sides, okay? Nothing going on over here, nothing going on over here, except for you do have the liner for just a simple pocket. I don't know what you put in here. It doesn't expand larger, like, so it's not your dirty clothes thing. It's just keep your socks and undies maybe in its own thing. In a packing cube like this, I also just nice little details of these ribbons that you use as your tabs pulling on the zipper. In a packing cube like this, you might be surprised that this, say you have a 22-liter bag, just your tech day bag. You can pack very efficiently in something like this, for example, and this is everything that you're taking for clothes for a 2 or 3 day trip, because you're using clothes that are thin, reusable in multiple outfits, thin like the Western Rise pants or merino t-shirts that are odor resistant, wrinkle resistant, something like that. With just an extra shirt and an extra pair of pants, I can have a lot of different outfits. I mean, you could do the math on that. And then if you throw in like a really lightweight jacket and like a merino, like a thin, lightweight merino sweater, like hoodie, you've got everything that you're covered. So these three are all very unique in their own way. And again, Matador has multiple sizes. I don't know if Evergoods does. These guys have another smaller size. Then you can go with the ultralight type stuff. These are Peak Designs again. They're ultralight, similar to that Matador kind of like doctor bag a little bit size, similar to the Bellroy, one slit down the middle, very extremely lightweight material. And you've got them in really small sizes as well, if you really like to pack, your socks in its own thing. These guys are from Hyperlight, who make outdoorsy gear. This is Peak's adventure into like ultralight outdoorsy gear, and it's really good. These guys have been doing it for a really long time. This is just a super thin Dyneema, very durable, rugged material. And I've actually used these quite a lot. I don't know why I loved these so much. Their usability-wise, it's just a sack that's super thin, nothing to it. You can open it quite wide, but it's like everything about it's just sort of basic and simple. And I think that's what I'm attracted to in it. even though there's not these rich features or something, there's some like kind of hardcore aesthetic take on like, you don't need more than this. These Peak ones do not have a compression on them, so you're kind of using the bag size itself to compress. It means you're kind of shoving in. These guys, once you zip up and get your stuff in, you can take this strap all the way behind it and grip it and rip it down and get some, like, get it as small as you need it to be. We got more. One more is this beefy ass nomadic vacuum packing cube. I did a video I'll link to up here on these like vacuum packing cubes that you can save your space in there. I have some interesting takes on that. This is one of the ones I covered in there, and I like it quite a bit because you put everything into this huge bucket, okay? And then you push it down and roll it, and then you've got this gasket, you're letting air out. When you can't get any more air out, then you close it up. And it saves you a little space, but it's adding quite a bit. It's adding some, I mean, it's got a little heft to it. And it's certainly adding a process where you're putting stuff in blind, like it's dark. You're not gonna be living out of this. Once you get there, you have to pull everything out. What's kind of nice is I might just have everything folded the way I want it to be in a dresser, compress, and it holds it all there. Might be helping me not have as many wrinkles when I get there. Might be making more wrinkles depending on the fabrics you're using. Then I get there, open it up, carefully pull everything out, and it's all folded. It's kind of nice. So, what's the best bang for your buck? What do you like? What do you like? Best bang for your buck is probably spending, $20 on Amazon and grip it and rip it and just go. Just go and do it. But if you're at a stage of your journey where you're like, no, I want to have good stuff that I'm gonna be able to stick with for a while, and then oftentimes there's like a way I want to work with my travel gear, like that Westbreeze being able to hang up and do that. That is just, if you look at that, you're like, oh, I want that. I want to do that. I want to live like that. Then done. Or maybe you're oriented more towards the like really thin, lightweight, but still like basic 12 by 12 packing cube with the like the Peak design ones with the stretch mesh that compresses down. Those are nice, the pull tabs. Or that super unique Evergoods or Matador or Bellroy where you're like, this just has the right look and feel for me. That can matter so much. What matters is you find the thing you like. You travel the way that you like to travel. I've been getting some DMs recently from guys who are like doing their solo trips, because I've been encouraging people like, if you're thinking about it, just get out there and go. Of course, it's risky. Of course, it feels uncertain to go on a trip. But travel's one of those things that when you leave, you experience something new and you come back to where you're from and it feels a little different, or you're seeing it a little differently. What could make more of an impact on your life than seeing your life a little bit differently? Seeing maybe an opportunity where there wasn't an opportunity before, seeing maybe potential where you were hopeless. Why does travel do this? Well, one, it gets you out of your comfort zone. Every day we're going through life in our little bubble that we create for ourselves because it's comforting. It's nice to break through that every now and again. Why? Because you need it. You need it. Number two, you're just seeing a different place. Different trees, different air, different water, different people. Right? Especially if you're going to Mexico or South America or maybe some culture that you're totally unfamiliar with. You see a way of life there that's like, oh, wow, this is different. They eat fish here. There are more reasons why travel makes a difference, but those are enough. Those are enough. So it's nice when you're traveling to have a kit that you feel good about, because there's not going to be much else there that's familiar. Having a piece of kit that you feel good about does make a difference. That's why I made this video on packing cubes. What are your tips and tricks on packing cubes? I mean, do you have any? There aren't. You can do it however you want. I normally fold my clothes the way that I put them in my dresser. And then I put that in a packing cube or in the bag itself. But there's like, you can clown car it, where you lay everything down flat, okay? Everything down flat, and then you fold it all in on itself, and then your whole thing is just a packing cube, right? There's all your clothes put together. It's a very efficient way and wrinkle-free way of packing your clothes. What other tips are there? There's so many tips. They're all in Travel Glad. Matterful.co/travelglad. It's a free little email that you get. I think there's only like 3 emails in there right now, and it just sends to you every few days or something. It's like, hey, here's some other things to know about. And there's lots of tips and tricks in there. Lots of them. Okay. That's it. That was my ramble. Love you guys. Be yourself. Everyone else is taken. Bye!